वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा आ आ गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः.
Hi y'all. Hello Eva. Hi y'all. Oh Lord Ganesha, Lord Ganesha, we love you. Yes. Oh guys, okay. I'm still feeling probably about at 70% peace. As soon as I eat something, I'm going to feel much better. I'm sure of that. But there was a couple of things that I wanted to talk about before I got my readings done for today, for the money readings, the money forecasts. But I wanted to come and share my deep thoughts about how it feels with people using single mothers as a way of clickbait or a way to get attention or donations on YouTube. And, you know, how do I feel about people hating me and hating my children because I'm a single mother? And the way that I feel about that, you know, Cliff Notes version, and I'll get into it probably in a little bit, but I got a lot of work to do, so I don't have time to harp on this. Is that single mothers are fucking heroes. Hello, that's what we are. Because no matter what the situation was, whether or not the man had a hidden drug problem, whether or not he was a pig, whatever it was, single mothers made it happen for their children. And it doesn't matter what people say. You can't say nothing about us. But I ran across this guy's video, and I truly feel that these people, they put single mother in the title because they're just looking for views. It's basically what it's about. And it was actually quite shocking. There was so like I told you guys, we don't just experience this in the Black community. There's white men that have a very ignorant, very narrow, ridiculous view of single motherhood. And, you know, basically what it is that they reflect their own lives through us, which it's not the truth. If you're a single mother, your life is not ruined. Okay, that's what I think. That's a YouTube thing, because in reality, single mothers are freaking heroes at the end of the day. Okay, I can say whatever I wanted to say about my mom, but my mother got up every day, rain, sleet, snow, walked up to a bus stop to get her butt to work so that she could support me financially, and I have to respect her for that. But I find it funny how they supposedly despise single mothers so much, but yet he proceeded to talk about single mothers for an hour and a half. That's so funny how they claim to hate us, but they just love us. It's actually like a backwards way of saying, I admire you, is what they're saying. So single mothers, don't get down on yourself just because you see that stuff. They actually love you. They do. They love you. They respect you. They admire you for what you were able to do, which was keep your children nourished. And, you know, a lot of them have a cognitive dissonance because I'm sorry, if you hate something, okay, why would you talk about it for an hour? Okay, why would you do that? So anyway, but guys, I was, sort of thinking about what I was going to talk about today, and that was the positive message that I had for single mothers. Thank you. Is today Mother's Day? Is today Mother's Day? I didn't even know. Every day is Mother's Day to me. I love being a mother. I think I would love being a mother, whether or not were single or married. And when you think about it, everything is for us. Like I love the world because everything is for us. Even the movies, even the holidays. Um, what's the other thing? Like I was sitting there and I was talking to my daughter and I was just looking at my grandbaby and I was just like, I cannot wait until Halloween and Christmas. And then her birthday falls in between that too. So it's just, yeah, man. And then my birthday is coming up next month. And then my son's birthday is in July. And, yeah. Anywho, I go to get my bottle of wine, okay? Because yes, I do drink wine. And I'm leaving the house, and I kind of felt a little off. And I wasn't sure why. Like I was feeling peaceful, but it was just this energy that, like, I don't know why. It was like extreme hunger. I don't know what it was. It's weird. I've been waking up hungry for like the past few days, and I've been eating plenty of food. But anyway, I go to open up my door, and lo and behold, there's a fucking pamphlet from Jehovah's Witnesses. It's not on the door. It's not on the doorknob. It's not on my windshield wiper. They put it inside of my house. Like it was inside of the door jamb. Like they literally took it and stuffed it. And it kind of looked like they had opened the door and put it in the door jamb, almost like they had been in my house. Almost like they had been inside of my house. And listen, I'm a witch and I'm also a sensitive at the same time. So this paper is coming from a stranger that I don't know. I don't know who you've been shaking hands with. I don't know what you've been doing. I don't know who you are. And you felt that you had the right to put a freaking pamphlet inside of my house. And I feel nothing but negative energy coming from this thing. And you know what? I don't judge by words. See, a lot of people, they judge by words. Even though it could have been a sign, because I did some love work yesterday, of course. I did some love work for a client and for myself, of course. So the thing says, love never fails, Convention of Jehovah's Witnesses. That's a very good message, but guess what? I don't know who left this pamphlet. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you've been up to. I don't know who you've been touching. You could be a freaking Colombian drug lord, or you could be a freaking child molester, and you're leaving this on my house. And so just because it says love never fails, like the energy that's coming from this piece of paper is so freaking negative. It is so freaking negative. Guys, look, Jehovah's Witnesses, y'all are getting desperate. I don't appreciate this. You are forcing your religion on people, and they need to make this against the law. Now, I know it's going to be very hard to do that in the South because I do live in the Bible Belt. I'm going to put a no soliciting sign on my front door. This is the first time that this has happened in probably years. I've had Jehovah's Witnesses stop by my house and I tell them to leave. I'm not interested. Please leave my house before I call the popo on you because you're trespassing. So they feel that they have the right to trespass on people's property and just leave pamphlets inside of your house. Literally, okay, y'all know what a door jamb is, right? This is the inside of the door. This is not the outside of the door. They literally left this stuff from a person that I have no idea who they are inside of my door. And it feels like an intrusion. It's almost like I want to call the police and say, police, there was an intruder in my house. It almost feels like that. Like I want to do that. And now I'm going to have to sage my house. I'm going to have to sage my house. Because who are you? Do I know you? And you know what, guys? I swear to you, because I don't need a Bible to tell me to be good. I don't need a Bible to tell me not to sleep with my kids. I don't need a Bible to tell me not to kill somebody. I don't need a Bible to tell me that, but these people do. And I feel that they're looking for somebody to put their bad energy off on, because I get nothing but bad energy from this. And I'm going to throw my cards and I'm going to confirm it. You know, sometimes I have to, you know what? A lot of times when I'm doing readings, I'm just throwing the cards to confirm what I'm feeling. And it's spot on. It's always spot on to how I am feeling. So I've got to consecrate my entire house because of this. And people that are religious, they just have faith and they believe, and they have no idea where religion came from, why it was created. They just go around and intrude on people's homes. And I've got the address of the church. Conveniently, they don't leave a number. They don't identify themselves either. It just says Watchtower with a pamphlet printed in Canada. There's no identifiers. You know, they've got some sort of thing that they're holding in Atlanta. And it doesn't identify the church that this came from or anything. So this is an intrusion on people's right to not be involved in your religion. Jehovah's Witnesses, please. Because you know what? I was so pissed off earlier. I said, I'm going to curse whoever left this, but they already cursed. I just got to uncross myself. They go around every day trying to cross people up is what they do. Every day. It's just not cool for Jehovah's Witnesses to do that. And I did have a sign outside of my door that I was using on the house. Not even around Halloween time. I had gotten it around Halloween time, and I just kind of left it on the door that says the witch is in. Okay, it says the witch is in, and I think I still have that. I got it in my Halloween decor. I'm going to put that outside the house, and that pretty much says no soliciting of any religious folks. Stop trying to force your religion on people. That religion don't have nothing to do with love. That religion has everything to do with hate. Jehovah's Witnessing is a cult. They talk these people into abandoning their families and their children. Okay, this is why so many women are confused, especially single mothers. And it's all for another purpose. It's never what they say it is. Never. They're just untrustworthy. Because they'll tell a mother, okay, you had your children out of wedlock, so those children are evil. They are of the devil. And so you should just give those children to someone else. This is what they really, like, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand what these people are really freaking about. And that is to get you to give up your life for some crap that don't even make any sense. I am so angry. I am going to burn it. But what time did they leave this? They could have left it at about midnight. They could have left it at 3 o'clock, or probably this morning is more than likely when they left this. But of course, I didn't wake up until about 12 or 1 o'clock today, because today is Saturday. And this is what is demonic. I'm going to burn this in my cauldron. Yes, I am. And I've got some copal resin to smudge out the house. When Jehovah's Witnesses and people leave stuff like this at your house, you have to clear out your house. Because I woke up this morning and I was wondering what the hell is going on. I felt peaceful. I was going to come and I was going to say something very positive to all moms, because no mother look, all moms are special, whether or not you're single, whether or not you're married, whether or not you're divorced, whether or not you're black, whether or not you're white. Exactly, Nida, because I haven't had one of these pamphlets in a very, very long time. And the negative energy that I'm sensing off of this is just somebody trying to pass out their negative energy to people. That's what I feel that it is. I'm going to throw my cards real quick. Let me get my Legacy of the Divine Tarot. Spirit guys, who left this pamphlet and what kind of energy did they bring into my it wasn't, no, listen guys, it was not on the outside of the door at all, which is basically where I leave Jehovah's Witnesses. I don't even allow them to come onto my porch. I tell them to take a step back and get off my property. I don't like religion. And you know what? I think that these people watch and they stalk people. That's not love. Spirit guides, what energy did this person bring into my house? Oh, yeah. That's Zelda. The Zeldan. Let's see what this is. The Death card. The Seven of Swords. The Seven. Guys, I swear to the Nine of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Fool card. What did I tell y'all? Guys, look, when I tell you that religious people are fucking evil, y'all better start believing me. I cannot believe this is the energies that they brought into the house. This is the energies, and they stuck it inside the door. Literally, it was almost inside of the house, almost like they opened the door, stuck it in there, and closed it. That's basically what they did. Oh my God. This is the negative energy. And so when I got up this morning, I was thinking about single mothers, and I was thinking about all of the hatred for single mothers, and I was thinking about how I have much more of a peaceful disposition towards people that hate my children, because I love my children enough for everybody. So if everybody in the world hates my children, it don't matter, because the mama loves them. So it don't matter. It don't make me love my kids no less if somebody hates my children. It doesn't. This is absolutely disgusting. Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to do some saging of the house. Hold on, guys. Zeus, none of this is for you. None of it. Hey, one of you kids come down here and put these groceries up. You know what that Seven of Swords means? Now, what did I tell y'all about religion? And I'm not BSing. I'm just not jumping on camera right now. I still look the same. I don't look no different. I've been I've been taking my image off of YouTube publicly for a while, just so that people don't get my current image. If you guys want to know why I haven't been on camera lately. Remember when I told y'all that these people spread death? The death card, the 7 of swords, the 9 of swords, the 5 of wands, and the Fool card. Those people ain't right. Jehovah's Witnesses are not right. They have a foul intent. They have a very foul intent, and they'll mask it with the word love. So let me go ahead and burn this petition, and I'll send whatever negative energy that they bought into this house, return it to sender. Return it to sender. Good Lord. Oh, it even stinks when it burns. Oh my God. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. I don't deal with no religion. Like, I don't care. I don't if you're a religious person and you want spiritual work, I have nothing against you. Okay? I don't. But I don't get down with that kind of stuff. I don't. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take it outside. And see, I had it with me when I was. It's almost like they tried to put a bunch of spirits. It not almost like they did. They tried to put a bunch of spirits in my house. And they put it inside the door. I have never, ever in all of my years of living, I have never, ever had a Jehovah's Witness put it inside of my house. Inside of the house. And they labeled it with love. How can these people be so deceitful and live with themselves? And the person that left the pamphlet is literally a messed up individual. I'm gonna have to have everybody wear their black dot on their forehead today, and I'm gonna get this house saged and cleansed out. As soon as I touched that pamphlet, I saw nothing but death and destruction, and I knew it was BS. And the spirits actually confirmed that for me with these cards. Guys, I can't do it. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a sign for my door that says no soliciting. Because you know what? When they do that, they're messing with you. They're trying to find somewhere to put them bad spirits that's on them instead of going to a spiritualist that knows how to do cleanses on people. And, you know, I realized yesterday that when I do have the opportunity to cleanse somebody, I don't necessarily do it the way that I'm supposed to do it. So I do feel responsible whenever something crazy happens, in particular with men. I do feel responsible because I do feel like as a woman, I can better control that situation. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to start doing more of the in-person cleanses and stuff because people need that stuff. They really, really do, because they have a lot of bad demons on them. And see, I think the reason why they did that is because they figured, well, she's an empath. She's a spiritualist. She can just get rid of it. But you can't get that for free. Like, that would be virtually impossible for me to give that to you for free. Okay? It would be impossible. Can you give him an ice cream? Thank you. Don't give him a chocolate one, though, because I want the chocolate. Guys, I honestly, what I will tell you is that not only are women very important, but also witches are very important, especially ones that have the knowledge of, you know, cleansing somebody and ridding them of these negative energies. You know what I'm saying? Death, destruction, Anxiety, can't sleep at night, five of wands, angry spirits, angry, lot of strife. Good Lord. I'm making catfish. We having catfish for dinner, macaroni and cheese, and asparagus, and we got some Texas toast, uh, garlic rolls, and I'm gonna go ahead and bake that strawberry cake tonight, y'all. I was feeling so peaceful. I was gonna come on here. I was gonna give a loving message to moms and to not be discouraged, because you know why people do that? People talk about single mothers, number one, because they admire you, probably more than they admire themselves. Okay. Oh yeah, it is gonna be good. It is. Um, but what was I gonna say? It slipped my mind. I gotta sage this house because all of a sudden I'm getting forgetful. That person, whoever left that stuff here, they tried to leave a curse with them. Is what they tried to do. Good God Almighty. What I was going to say is that the reason why people talk about single mothers on YouTube is because it's clickbait. Anything that is talking about a single mother and any form of women shaming, for you to shame women for being a single mother, you might as well just shame us for having a uterus. You might as well just, and I do believe that lack of empathy is something demonic. Oh yeah, I'm gonna start cooking in a couple of minutes here. We're gonna get dinner cooked early because I was up late last night watching Rosemary's Baby. I was up late, and guys, I swear to you, you know the way religious people will make you feel is they'll make you feel like you're the devil's daughter or you're the devil's child. Which I guess if you appreciate your life and you enjoy life, I guess that means that you're from the devil and you don't feel like you're born in sin, and that your very life is a sin. So it's so weird that they would leave that freaking pamphlet on my door. And it was almost like they've been inside of my house. And then I was thinking, damn, is this somebody that picked my lock and came in and did something to me in the middle of the night? And you know, the person just had to leave a pamphlet. Oh God, it's just so scary living in a world with these people that exist. My God. Uh, okay, Mother's Day is actually tomorrow. I can guarantee you that there's going to be some confused men making videos talking about single mothers. These men usually came from very abusive single mothers, very abusive single mothers. I'm not an abusive single mother. I've always loved being a mother. I've always loved spending time with my children. I do everything for them. But if you have a single mother that was probably either on drugs or she was very miserable or she let this judgment get to her, because there are some single mothers, you know, they'll feel like, oh, everybody's judging me and it's your fault. Uh, so if your friends all jumped off of a bridge, you're gonna do it too, you know? So it's really like, and let me just tell you guys something. There are a lot of single mother vloggers on here, and they get a lot of support. Just to let you guys know, you know, so what's going on with me is just something that's very personal because, you know, I have people in my life that think they're smart, but they're not. Because there's a lot of single mother vloggers on here and they get tons of support, and they should. They should get tons of support. One of the reasons why they get tons of support is because of people like me. People like me that are intelligent, people like me that fight for their right to exist. And, all of that single mother stuff, all of that single mother bashing, it comes straight out of religion. It does. And, I actually look forward to a world where religion is going to be outlawed. Eventually, it will be. Eventually, our children and our grandchildren. I believe that our grandchildren might see that day where religion is finally just outlawed completely, to where people are like, wait a minute, we're catching on to this. And people are already like, everybody is already caught on to this. And, religious people, they're just suffering from like this weird cognitive dissonance to where, they're like, well, I know for a fact that my religion is messed up in what it creates, but I got to pass that confusion to you because they're confused. They want to pass it to us. So yeah, I'm going to be fighting just as hard tomorrow. I will be doing um I will be doing a show tomorrow for the mothers, for all mothers. Because no matter if you're, and what's sad is when you get mothers that are married that judge mothers that are single. That is so freaking sad when I see that happening. When you are a mother and you're married and supposedly you have all the advantage in the world, but you have to come all the way down off of your so-called, station to degrade a single mother. Something is not quite right with that. Something just does not sit well with me when it comes to that. So no matter what mother you are, you're still a mother. You're still a mother. And you still deserve especially if you're a single mother and you're doing it by yourself, you deserve praise. You deserve honor. You deserve respect. And that's all it is to it. There's no arguing about it. What's the debate about? And when men come on here and they talk about single mothers for hours, they're constantly thinking about us, especially if you a good single mother. They constantly thinking about you because see, their mother wasn't quite as good as you were. And they're upset about that because their mother, your existence was some of these, especially men, their existence was poison to their mother. They hated being a single mother. I don't care if I'm single or married, I'm still going to be a good mother to my children. That's not going to matter. And even when we look in nature, do you see dogs, cats, lions, tigers, bears? Do you see them getting married? Do you see them? No, in fact, animals sometimes can be better parents. Sometimes, than some of, and you know what? The judgment is the worst of it all. And this is all that we have throughout religion is judgment. And so how can you even try to tempt women with that crap? And my spirits told me, don't trust it. Don't trust it. It's absolutely disgusting, y'all. I swear to y'all. Mm-mm-mm. So my reaction to people that hate my children, it doesn't make me love my children any less. In fact, it makes me love them more. And if you didn't experience that with your mother, then the only thing that you can do is respect and appreciate the women that are not like that. Respect and appreciate them. That's literally all you can do. Because at the end of the day, Nobody has laid hands on my babies. Ain't nobody ever gonna lay hands on my babies. I think at that point, is when I'll turn into Superwoman. So, you know, anyway, y'all, I gotta go because I gotta go and get dinner prepped. I'm gonna prep for dinner. And at the same time, I'm gonna be doing the rest of the money readings. Um, so if you guys actually, I've got a reading scheduled for today as well. But if you guys are needing a consultation for prosperity work, because it seems like a lot of people need that, the link to my website is below. For some reason, there's either people that already have prosperity or either they don't have it and they want to block you from the people that can help you manifest prosperity. So this is the reason why they go around and they say, oh, she's broke, she don't have nothing. This is the reason why I always show y'all the money, because what I do works. Okay, what I do works. And then also my love spells work too. I don't do love spells, I do reunion spells is what I do. But I'm starting to kind of have a change of heart. I'm having a change of heart about not dominating men with love spells. I'm getting more into the dominating spells for men. Um, but I would be dominating them with love anyway. Why what, Katavia? I didn't say it a lot. You got to specify what you're asking why about. Oh God, yeah. So I'm gonna get the whole house cleansed out and smoked out. That's what I'm gonna have to do because that's just weird. That's just so weird that would happen. Do we still have why the love spell? Well, because I'm starting to see that the world is, and the attitudes of men is kind of not going to change for a very long time. So, I feel like if you're in love with somebody and you have feelings for them, then go ahead and dominate them with your love and your womanly power. I don't think it's anything wrong with that. I'm starting to really, really understand, and it's changed the way that I do my love spells also. So I am going to start getting into the love domination work because otherwise the system and, which includes religion and society, they're going to dominate the person. So if I love somebody, I'd rather be the dominating factor in their life than the rest of society. And like most of the time, I feel like it's for their own good. I'm starting to feel like it's for their own good, you know. I really am because, they really honestly don't know. And unfortunately, sometimes we can fall in love with some very ignorant people. And, you don't want to just destroy them and say, get off of the planet. So I feel like if you're a woman, not if you're a man, because men are already very dominant, but if you are a woman that loves a man, there's nothing wrong with dominating him. I'm starting to have that attitude about it, and I'm learning because I'm one of those people. I'm just one of those special people to where I'm very peaceful and I'm very loving and I'm very forgiving. But I've got to get out of that. And there's nothing wrong with a man being under the domination of a woman. Because if a woman dominates you, she's typically not going to be cruel to you. She may be dominating you because you're just being stupid. So I think that it is a good thing to be able to dominate a man. You know what I'm saying? Because we already know. I mean, all men become obsessed with me. All of them do that, all of them. So I already have like that natural ability, to make him fall in love with me. But to dominate him is a whole other level. And I feel like I have to do that because I'm only 5'4" and my energy dominates them enough. But I'm talking about as far as dominating him to give me the love and the respect that I deserve. So I've had a change of heart about that. I really have. And so I do bindings on people, but some of these men that you may have a connection with, especially if it's a twin flame. Let's say this person is either a twin flame or a soulmate, and they were raised in the wrong way, and this person is constantly attached to you. Their thoughts are your thoughts, and vice versa. You think about them constantly. You're obviously in love with them. Something's gonna have to give eventually. Something's gonna have to give. So shout out to all of the women that use dominating love spells over somebody, because it's bad, because the evil will dominate if your love doesn't dominate him. So I feel like a lot of women, when they do that, they do it in the spirit of love, because a lot of these men, I mean, they'll drive themselves to insanity. So I think that sometimes when a woman is dominating a man and she's put that root work on him, it's for his own good. When men dominate a woman, it's a whole other another. But when women dominate men, it's usually because, look, okay, you're not thinking, and let's face it, men are a little bit, what's the word that I want to use? They're a little bit more weaker in the mind than women. So if you're going to have a man in your life, you might as well make him do what you want him to do and not allow him to have his freedom to just say or do whatever he wants. Because 9 times out of 10, Catavia said retarded. I agree. I agree. I wouldn't want to say that it's retarded, but it's foolish. That's just like if somebody that you love is getting ready to go out and do something stupid, and you don't want them to do something stupid. So having him wrapped up in your love energy is better than him going out there and doing something stupid. So I'm really, and that's the place that I will be coming from with my love domination spells. In fact, I've been trying out new spells for love, and then even for reunions, because, literally we've got to fight fire with fire is what we're going to have to do, because otherwise, we'll just continue to. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with that. So, but anyway, when it comes to being a single mother, the reality is that you're a hero. And a lot of these people that are even confused about single mothers, they're actually looking to you to save them, because you were able to save your children from a freaking lifetime of misery. And somebody that is drug addicted, and you know somebody that, because I'm sorry, I have a serious problem. Like, I'm gonna dominate you to go out there and earn more money for the family. And it's not that you're working yourself half to death. That's not what it is, because a lot of men have a totally different way of looking at things. They look at everything as a burden. And when you can get a man to look at it through your eyes and break him of all of that toxic masculine teaching. For example, they tell men not to cry. But we all know that men need to cry, just like just like women need to cry, just like children need to cry. If you don't cry and release that frustration, then you're going to release that frustration in another way. So I'm not going to call a man a punk for crying. I'm going to console him and hold him towards me and say, everything's going to be okay. But other men are going to say, oh, that's just a crybaby. So, you know what I'm saying? And so it's a very, very personal thing. It's a personal relationship between a man and a woman when he's suffering and when he's crying. You know, everybody doesn't necessarily need to know about that, but people need to understand, you know, what the job of the woman is when it comes to men. And so I've been knowing that, but for me, the one thing that gets me very, very sensitive is the cheating. And then also when a man can't see my beauty. If you can't see my beauty and you're cheating on me and stuff like that, that I'm very sensitive to. But even that is a trick because obviously he can see your beauty. He's there. Obviously, he wouldn't be there if it wasn't anything that he was attracted to. He wouldn't be there if he was not attracted to you. So anyway, guys, I just think it's crazy and insane though that these Jehovah's Witnesses would be coming by my house and leaving pamphlets and, you know, being weird. But I will tell you that the reading actually does give me peace. The one thing is that I can tell that it was a sign. A lot of times when weird stuff like that happens, it's a sign because I was doing love work last night. And so that was actually a sign. You know, no matter if it came in a negative way, it was a sign that the love work that I did last night is definitely going to work. And it's going to work for my client. So that's the one thing that I can tell you, but just the energy, like I am an energy, I can pick up on energy very, very easily. And even though the person that left that inside of my house had very negative energy attached to them, it was still a good sign according to the spirits because that Fool card came up. So that lets me know that you know that was the work that I put in last night. Anyway, guys, I'll see y'all later. All of the rest of those money readings are going up. And it's a reading and the forecast and stuff that are going up. And I thought about getting a Patreon and, you know, moving some of the readings to Patreon. But, you know, to be honest with you, I love what I do, which is why I rarely get donations. I don't even ask for them. There's always work that's going to come to me, you know, always. And so I don't necessarily have that to worry about, but more so, you know, other things, which is, you know, the obvious, which is dealing with judgment and how you deal with judgment. And the way that I do it, the way that I see it, is that if you turn on your camera and you talking crazy about a single mother for an hour, that's actually a backwards compliment and admiration and love and respect. And sometimes the way that men show their respect is by talking crazy. Sometimes it does, especially if they're confused. And, you know, the one thing that I notice is that there's this comparison between the single mother and the mother that chose to not have her children, which, by the way, in the South, it is illegal now. It's going to be illegal starting in 2020, and they're actually trying to outlaw this new law that they're passing about abortion. And it's called the heartbeat law, to where if there's a heartbeat that's detected, they won't abort. And my daughter today, because I spoke to her about it, and she said, well, that seems like that's just going to increase the child abuse. And, you know, I explained to her, I said, well, if we start to educate people and we start to actually do what we're supposed to do. Because when I get energy from the world, I send counter energy out to the world. So I do a lot of meditation, because some of us came into this world to change the world or to make the world better. We honestly did. And that's one of the reasons why I took down that video from yesterday, because I was expressing way too much anger. And so I put it on private, because I feel like the world doesn't need that, because they already have that. So I'm learning how to make the changes and to facilitate these changes without being so angry, because anger is not going to do anybody any good. So anyway, I'll see y'all later. I'm hungry. I gotta go eat something. Y'all have a good one. Bye. Love and light and peace and bliss and happiness.